Playoff fever has come to upstate New York, and there's a look at Bills Stadium here at Orchard Park. Coming up, it's the final game of Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a good AFC matchup in store between the New England Patriots and the Buffalo Bills. The battle for the Lamar Hunt Trophy begins as we're underway in this AFC wildcard game. Gunnar Olszewski bringing it out. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder into ball carrier, and down he goes.
First carry for Damian Harris, the Alabama man. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
Good running right there, and this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances, and he picks up nice yardage on that one.
Harris going to get it again on second down, and he's able to get up here to the 26.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Now Jones. And that is incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Second and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. Throwing, Jones. Flushed out right. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Operating from the gun, Jones. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. And they work this well upfield across the 45. So a nice throw right there. And this, we all know, a big test for this young man at quarterback. He guided his team into the playoffs as a wild card. Now here he is on the road looking to get his guys to the second round. It's certainly a tough task no matter how you slice it.
Oh, I absolutely agree 100%. And while no one around the franchise is going to, co-sign on what I'm about to say, because all they're focused on is winning this game. But let's face it, partner. No matter what happens in this one, they've got their quarterback to build their roster around for the future. That's got to feel good for everyone associated with this team.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
49, guys. Mike, 49. I'm here all day.
Back to throw. Jones. Throw left side complete. That's Henry. 7 yards, the pickup there. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
On second down now, it's Harris. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Now Jones, throwing on first down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Harris. Touchdown, Patriots. Damian Harris, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Patriots will strike first here in this wild card matchup. Extra point safely through, and it's now a 7-0 game.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Devin Singletary with his first carry of the game. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Hey, one set. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Half. Check. Half. Check hot.
Here's Allen to throw it. That's complete to Trenton Cannon, the running back. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down.
I got you. Mike 53. Mike. Yeah. You don't want none.
Allen now on first down. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. A play fake to Singletary, and now it's Allen. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Now Allen again. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. It's the former Michigan man, Chase Winovich, who gets in there to bring him down. The start of this game shaping up nicely on that visiting sideline.
Yeah, how about that? You get your points on the opening drive. Then you get a big sack there on 3rd down, and you make the home crowd go.
There's a hush indeed. 35 yards that time on the punt, and the Patriots take over. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. That'll make it 1st and 15. The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he'll use his blockers to get this up over the 20 to the 21. 41 yards rushing for him already. A terrific first quarter here to begin the playoffs.
on 2nd and 7. Jones. Flush to his right. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down.
Work now for Jones and the Patriots here after the sack. It's 3rd and long.
After 7-0 on EA Sports.
The defense going to blanket the field. 6 now in the secondary here for 3rd and 15.
Looking to throw. Jones.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3 and out, and giving the ball back to their offense.
And taken right at the 35. And nice work on the return as he gets about 15 yards back.
And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. 1st and 10. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Allen going to give this one to Singletary. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. Really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
And some room to work. A big play here for Buffalo. So he nearly took it the distance, gets him down inside the 10 for a 1st and goal.
I'd love to be in his head right now, because is he rewarding himself for a great run, or is he kicking himself because he didn't get all the way to the goal line?
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. They run here with Singletary. Down at the 2. Broke through first contact, but ultimately stopped shy of the goal line. 5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal.
Break it. 319. 54 Mike. Get that quarterback. And all talk. 5 wide. Switch it. Big Ed.
Singletary. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Devin Singletary taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Bills are an extra point away from tying the football game. And he was excellent on that drive. He deserved to be the one to get across the chalk.
Oh, I agree with you totally. A workhorse on the drive, and how about that last decisive run to punch it in?
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Olszewski now from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Watch his flag. 49's the mic. Watch 49. Go.
Again, it's Harris on 2nd down. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. Actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they wanted to, but I this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on fourth. The Patriots send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the second time. Taken in at the 22.
A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return.
And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
And finally out of bounds down near the 10-yard line.
121 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in the wild card round.
Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation.
They'll run here with Moss.
And a short pickup there down to about the 9. And the ball situated at the 9. 2nd and goal. Now Allen. Dancing to his left. And this is going to be intercepted. Devin McCourty picks it off. And I do believe this is going to line up a safety. It is. It's a safety. How about that for a wacky play? Wow, what a disaster. You talk about a guy making a good play on the interception and then just trying to be too cute on the return.
It almost felt like his own gyroscope really got out of whack, didn't it? Going backwards into your own end zone after such a great play. Totally disoriented and gave up 2 points for his team.
After the safety, remember, they also need to give up the football, and here's the free kick. To return is McKenzie. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but
a battle for it, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And the Pats force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. And that now 2 interceptions thrown in the second quarter.
And you know, a lot of people look at these guys and they think to themselves that maybe, possibly, they're still thinking about the first one. And they probably are. I think in this case, he's just trying to atone for the first interception.
And they take him down. The Bills get to him. A reminder coming up at the half, as we've done all year. We'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown on what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin on the road to Super Bowl 53 in Atlanta. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to go out of bounds. Gigantic loss. Kept retreating. Steps out. That goes down as a sack and a big loss of yardage. So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise. They're in the dime. Back to throw. Jones. And that is incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. Well, that look for a second like he might take it all the way, but as it stands, it's still a massive return. And the Bills are going to take over in great position here for the 1st and 10.
Check, 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 check. Joker.
Singletary here running out of the gun. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. 2nd and 5 now. Allen, and he fires one incomplete. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
My man's getting a little loose with the football there, right? Interception before, almost had one here. He's got to start taking better care of it.
It really should have been back-to-back drives with interceptions. He's lucky there.
Mike 54.
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen.
That is caught. It's Beasley. Touchdown, Buffalo.
Cole Beasley there to make the grab. And the Bills will extend their lead.
Extra point by Bass. Up and good.
And that makes this a 9-point game.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Olszewski going to hold on to this one. Touchback.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 12.
44, Mike, 44. Hey, tight down. There you go.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5.
You awake, bro?
Jones to throw on 2nd down. Looking for Aguilar, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
But we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
So after the INT, it's Allen. Eluding the pressure right. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into a bigger point. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing. Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
The kick by Bass is good. And that will give them a 12-point lead. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams trying to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. McKenzie now from his end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And they've been the better of the two teams through 2 quarters of play, much to the chagrin of this home crowd.
Yeah, this score is a surprise to a lot of folks at home, although not to my dad. He predicted the visitors would win. And maybe to the folks in the stadium, but you know who is not a surprise to, partner? This team with the football. They were very confident coming in.
135 yards rushing for him now as he has been a central figure in trying to get his guys to the second round.
Check the backer, check the backer.
Right back to Singletary on second down. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at the 45.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball-controlled football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. On play action, Allen. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
On second down, here's a run with Singletary. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
A first carry for Trenton Cannon. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. From the 36, Allen.
And he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
He's got to be kicking himself right there. His team's already picked off 2 passes. That would have been the 3rd in the game. And boy, they've really played well attacking the football.
That's caught by Gabriel Davis. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. And down inside the 15 he goes.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure.
And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Marquise Goodwin there to make the grab.
And the Bills continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And that will make this a 19-point game.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Olszewski now from his end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
A handoff to Harris to begin the drive. And he roams across the 20 to the 24-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. They run again with Harris. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Jones now on 3rd and 2. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. Here's Allen on 1st and 10. He's got the hook up with Diggs. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
And he's got it.
And the Bills are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. Devin Singletary, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Bills use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
Here's Bass now for the extra point.
And that will bump the lead up to 26.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Olszewski now from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. A.J. Klein, his 2nd sack of the night.
Boy, that's tough, Charles. First play of the drive, you're hoping to stay ahead of schedule. You take that huge sack, and now you're facing 2nd and a mile.
And the entire time, you were probably thinking the same thing I was. Either get rid of the ball, safely of course, or go down. The yardage he gave up on that play, that's going to be tough for them to make up.
He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down. From the gun, Jones. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now in Buffalo. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And this one will be touchdown inside the 40-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And it's looking like they are going to get the victory here, and it will not be one and done in these playoffs. Of course, you remember the disappointment of 12 months ago, and they're trying to erase that memory right now. A nice grab there for a guy coming off a terrific season, one that saw him have over 100 catches.
And when you have that many catches, that means you're a full part of the offense. And let's face it, he's been as good as anyone in the NFL this year. So figures he's going to play a big role in whether his team can advance in the playoffs.
And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. Flushed out right. Finds a seam inside the 40. And Allen will have the first down as he's able to slide to avoid the contact at the end. They'll run on first down with Singletary. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Right back to Singletary on second down. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 162 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. And now they'll throw with Allen. Flush to his right. Out to the left, he's got his tight end Knox. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
Well, partner, nothing but praise from me for this offense. They have been tremendous all night long. They knew what they had to do to unlock the defense. And let's face it, this has been a master class in offensive football that we've been here to witness.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. They'll run out of the gun with Singletary. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Allen now looks to throw. Buying time to his left. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Josh Allen, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Bills continue to pour it on. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that will extend this big lead. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Olszewski now from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, and they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
What we got? What we got? What we got?
Now here's another carry for Harris. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the 1st down marker. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Patriots with the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. fourth down on as the punt team sending this one away. This will be fielded at the 17.
A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt.
And out will come the offense as they take over. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive.
And it's looking like they are going to get the victory here, and it will not be one and done in these playoffs. Of course, you remember the disappointment of 12 months ago, and they're trying to erase that memory right now.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Singletary again. Oh, what a juke into space. And he gets this all the way down to the Patriots' 35-yard line. A big gain there for the Bills. I have a pretty good friend, Charles Davis, who tells me that when he sees plays like that, strong runs to the right, reminds him of the 1960s Green Bay Packers.
Boy, those were the days back when the fullback actually carried the ball as well as blocked. Then you had a halfback. You had pulling guards, guys who could get out and run. And you can hear the great coach saying it back then. So we get a seal here and a seal here, and we run this play right in the alley.
Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for 2nd down. So Allen's going to look to throw. Going deep for Diggs.
And, it's incomplete. Oh, it would have been 6 points, but somehow he couldn't rein it in.
Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Hey, watch the slant. Mike, 53. 53, Mike.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And the lead will swell by 1 more.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
Now here's Johnson.
And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
They'll start out here with a jet sweep, and he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. They'll run it here on the jet sweep. And again, this Buffalo defense there in run support to stop him behind the line. Well, 1 win down, still 3 to go to get to the most hallowed ground in sports, but a good start.
A terrific start because they get to move on. Unfortunately for the team that lost, it's a long offseason ahead for them now.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL.